Today we are discussing about the novel Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. So, before discussing about the novel, we also know what is novel and what is novella. In novella, it's shorter form of the novel. In novella, very few characters, very few themes, and very few things in novella. On the other hand, novel centered with the more character, more themes, and more things. So it's a novella by Charlotte Bronte. In this novel, it's a Bildungsroman. It's dealing with the beginning of Jane Eyre's life from childhood to adulthood. On the childhood of the Jane, she losing her parents and she lived with her uncle and auntie and her cousins. So here in this video I am dealing with critical analysis of theme and character psychology. In every novel we know there are multiple themes and what is psychology of the character. So here we begin the theme and psychology of character Jane Eyre. And it's a first person narration. Jane talk about her own story. So you can find autobiographical element on this novel also. Introduction of Jane Eyre. It's published in 1847. Key text in English literature shift toward realism. Contents of this novel is written during Victorian England. You know Victorian England. If you don't know, I will put in next video a time of social hierarchy where is male dominant society. Focus on explore theme of gender, class, morality, thoughts of female protagonist. It's a autobiographical novel and feminist novel too. Here I am discussing of themes like gender, how she struggle, and class. You also know class, high class and low class. So here how female disturbing by the class and what is morality. She want to do something but because of gender and class she can't. Theme of independence and identity. Now self-discovery. Whenever some writer want to write about their own self, so it's a must require their know their self more. Jane's journey emphasizes personal growth and self-worth beyond the societal expectation. Whenever we, particularly female, want anything new, want independent, it's a must you beyond the societal expectation because male and patriarch society want to bound you. So Jane's life is about her personal growth and self-growth beyond the expectation of the society. Independence versus love. Please think about what you choose, your love or your independence. If you choose independent in your life, you are lacking of emotion, and if you choose your love, then you will be a servant because you are not independent. So it's a very big conflict for female to choose independence or love. So here Jane also struggle between her independence and between her love to balance autonomy with her relation with Rochester. Rochester in beginning her lover, then after mid of story he was a husband. After that novels high on page he become અલગ થઈ જાય છે બને જ્યારે એની પાસ્ટ રોચેસ્ટરની પાસ્ટ વાત જ આવે છે બર્થા સાથે કે આવું હતું. સો બિકોઝ ઓફ સમ કોન્ફ્લિક્ટ they were divorced and again on the last part of the novel he will be again meet. So here because of independence, love and self-respect, it's a complication between relation, independence and love. Spiritual and moral development show Jane internal battle and community to principle over passion. what you choose, your passion or your principle. In Jane's internal mind, he want independent, but external, he want love, he want emotion, because in the end of the day, all are human beings. So all need the feelings and some warmthness. So here the battle between her emotion and intellectual things. Love and social class. Oh my god, Rochester and Jane's relation. It's, I told later, complex. Its relation is very complex because Rochester give independent to Jane, but it's independent is also two types. It's a freely independent, it's a bound independent. So Rochester give independence, but it's also male dominant person, a complex bond tested by power imbalance and hidden secrets. There was hidden secret of a Beforeian past marriage of Rochester. He leaves her wife and even don't tell this thing to Jane. Later part we discuss about this past story of Rochester. Social critics examine class, destination and critique rigid social expectation of Victorian society. Rigid means કઠોળ. સો આપણા સમાજની કઠોળ વાસ્તવિકતા અને એક્સપેક્ટેશન તો એવું ઈચ્છે છે કે મેલ જે કે તેવી રીતે જ ફિમેલની લાઈફ જવી જોઈએ. You know, how can I explain? In Victorian society, if you forgot the society when it's written, you see the whole society, whether it is Victorian, whether it is Elizabethan, or whether it is modern age, you can see the rigid of social expectation for the female. So it's also dealing with these same things. Moral integrity. Jane refusal to sacrifice her moral love even when it would improve her social status. She sacrificed her love because she come to know Rochester past life. Even if she ignored this thing, she continued their relationship with Rochester, so he will be improve her class, because before marriage she was not from rich class. Her class was not upper. She belongs to working class and I can say middle class. And if she continue her marriage with Rochester, she getting wealthy and healthy life, but she don't want to improve her class. She wants sacrifice love because of morality. She don't want relation with Rochester because she hidden his past relation with Bertha. Character analysis of Jane. Resilience despite hardship. Jane's strength and moral compass remain intact. I discussed that it's a Jane's strength to how to be moral. What you think, if anyone give you money, luxurious life, you can compromise this because of just morality? If you do this, you are intellectual. If you give important to material things rather than morality. So it's a question on the person's perception. So it's Jane's perception is give importance to the moral. So her moral compass leading બહુ ગોળ ગોળ ફરતી લાઈફ થઈ જાય છે અને કોઈ એક જગ્યાએ ટકી નહીં શકતી, કેમ કે વેન યુ બીકમ અ મોરલ, કંઈક ને કંઈક તો એવું થશે જ જે તમને મોરલ નહીં રહેવા દે. જો તમને એક જગ્યાએ રહેવું હશે અને મોરલ રહેવું હશે, ઇટ્સ નોટ પોસિબલ. ઇફ યુ બીકમ સમ રૂડ, સમ રોંગ પર્સન, એક જગ્યાએ ટકી શકાશે. બટ ઇફ યુ વોન્ટ moral, it's not possible to live in one place for long time. So it's a very complex thing if you select the morality. Psychological growth from suspect often to assertive self-respect in individual. In childhood, her aunt very money oriented and want money, so that's why she um, that's why she ordered to Jane forgoes the orphan house. It's for poor people, poor students who have don't parents or don't money. So her growth is very complicated also spiritual resource. Her journey reflects a blend of religious faith and personal conviction. His journey reflects blend of religious faith. She was faith on God. Whenever she left the Rochester, she met a very religious person. I will share the characteristic of person on later part. She meets the person which follow faith on Hinduism. Then this person she live with the person. He told them, please come with me in India as my wife. So she feel it's exploitation again and personal conviction. She convinced herself, no, I want independent. I don't want anybody's wife. He like him, but this statement, come with me, you are perfect, but as my wife. And in their country, he says that you are my sister. So it's a very complicated. He want to show that Jane as his wife. So how I can say her life. If you want to read this whole novel, you come to know. It's a just brief summary, so I can't tell on depth, but I try my best to say you everything on short. Character analyze Edward Rochester and Bertha. I talk about Bertha. She was her past wife. Rochester, complex. Fled his past and secret with Bertha challenged Jane's moral decision. Rochester married with Bertha, but he gave divorce because Bertha was mentally disappointment. She was not good and she was not logical, and mentally she was not able to do anything after marriage. So he leave Bertha, and even he leave Bertha, married Jane, and Bertha was living Rochester own house on hidden room. Whenever Jane see this type of things, she feel any ghost in my house. But whenever she come reality, Bertha is live in my house hiddenly. She was past wife of Rochester. So she can't able to decide she live with Rochester more or not. But in the end, she finally decide that I don't want to live with Rochester now. Bertha as a symbol represent colonial critic. Bertha is a symbol. Rochester give divorce to Bertha, but Bertha even not able to live alone. After devotion, Bertha live with Rochester in Rochester house. Social represent. It show the represent of social. Show the if I leave Bertha, what people say me, and this type of thing. It made woman archetypes. Power dynamic reflect Victorian gender and societal complex. I discuss this thing, how the Victorian or any age you deal with any age, you found the difference between gender, how male dominate the female, and how society expect from female. They expecting that female live in the house, marry with her. Sorry, just a minute. Male and patriarch society want female as a just object. He want just as a servant, as a woman. He want any man get married with a woman. So her mother-in-law want that as mother take care of child, as it is wife take care of her husband. Now it's possible any partner of same ages take care of child of her partner. So it's a society expectation. It's a destroy in these novels how society expect and how Jane work beyond that. So on later part I will try to depth summary. That's it from this video. Thank you so much.